me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. A front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the five, roaming the paint. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Rizichet with it. Brown's there. Pass to Daniels. Now Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Here's Young. Rizichet with it. Launches it. Rebounded by Tatum. Here's White. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
First quarter, just over a minute played. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 5 points so far.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Tatum looking around. Fade away. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Now here's Tatum. Over Johnson. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Tatum. 5 to shoot. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Nice little finish there inside from Tatum. He is so quick to get up when he's near the rim.
And this past offseason stand was pivotal for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they've been at a crossroads, Kevin, every offseason since their Eastern Conference Finals run in 2021. But after missing out on the playoffs last season, changes seemed inevitable.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And Young, here we go. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And how about the find by Trae, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Pass to Brown. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Out to White. Shoots the three. Headshot off. Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Johnson in the corner. Okongwu down low. Headed by Porzingis. Pass to Rizichet. And stolen by White. Driving inside. And White with the stuff.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Three-pointer, Daniels, kept alive. Okongwu dishes to Young. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. Good on the jump shot. And that's now 7 points for Trae Young.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
The kick out to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Porzingis. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Okongwu a screen. In the corner, Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Okongwu. From deep, Johnson. Porzingis with the rebound. The Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And White kicks to Tatum. A 3-ball. Right side, White. Outside, Tatum. From the arc. And it's Trae Young with the rebound. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now, I talked with him about the challenges of guarding someone like Trae Young. Coach said, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to be on him. I told our guys, no separation. Of course, this defense will have to be very aggressive. I hope to stop Trae. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. From deep three-point territory. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Tatum. Pass to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Johnson. Tatum with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. You have to be set up for success.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. And then for Atlanta, Nancy's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Mann subbed in for Rizichet. Now here's Brown. Out to Porzingis. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Young with no one around. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trae giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
And Brown throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. The Hawks have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Young finds Okongwu. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Here's Pritchard. Fires away from outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Young. Good, nice job down low. Young's got 12 in the game.
A bad man on the offensive end. Young can really be a menace with his shooting.
Here's Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Karis LeVert comes in for Dyson Daniels. Capella sets a screen for Young. Back to man. Puts up a three. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Pritchard. Porzingis with a screen on Young. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, Young dishes to Capella, pass to man. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now here's Brown. He has 6. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Cornette, he's checked in for Boston. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. Young outside. Pass to Capella. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
Back to Young. Floats one up. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. Young's got it all tied up now for Atlanta. And here is Brown. 9 points in the game so far. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Now, here's LeVert. Scoreless thus far. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Reza Shea. Can't hit from in close. Boston leading by 3. Brown outside. Pass to Pritchard. At the top of the key, Horford launches a 3. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. 1:32 left in the first. Capella sets a screen for Rizachet. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. 3-point lead. Here's Pritchard. Nifty move. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Rizachet. From 17 feet out. And Boston with the rebound.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Offensive rebound. Here's Pritchard. Rizachet with the steal. Here's Young. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Jalen Brown.
And something you like about him, he forces an opponent's hand. He makes you adapt and not the other way around.
And so Young nails them both. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
White, good.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Young looking around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Young's got 19 points.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll be back with you right. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
The Hawks trail by 3. The guards are Pritchard and White. Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
White the pass to Tatum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And he gets the bucket. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And all-around threat, LeVert is skilled at sizing up defenses and exploiting them in that pick and roll.
It's White on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The tray. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks trail it. Rizachet with it. He's picked up by White. Rizachet with it. Still scoreless. Johnson, the pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Tatum against Johnson. Tatum down low. Shoots over Johnson. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter. It's LeVert on the wing. Rebound Boston. inside, Horford. And here's Tatum for three. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to LeVert. Now, here's Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. Off target from three-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can tell Rizachet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Celtics. Holiday comes in for Derek White. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Niang's checked in. Outside Tatum. Here's the three. The three is drilled by Tatum.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by LeVert. Daniels has got his first points in this one. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Tatum against Johnson and taken away by Johnson. Here's Daniels. He gets that one. Daniels has got 4 points this quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. And the turnover again by Atlanta. The Celtics have gone only 2 of 7 for the field since the second quarter got underway. These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Atlanta's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Here's Daniels, rebounded by the Celtics.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
Okongwu, back to LeVert. Wide open look. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Onyeka Okongwu.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Boston. Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Shoots over LeVert. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds now tonight. Daniels passes to LeVert. And here is Johnson. Off target with his 3. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Boston.
This is how refined Tatum's motion is. He needs so little setup time.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Reza Shea is coming in for George Niang. And Trae Young subbed in for Karis LeVert. Young passes to Daniels. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls. Brown's got 14.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Johnson with a screen on Holiday. Out to the right wing. The 3. And Reza Shea. The bucket on the assist by Young. Reza Shea's got the game tied up here for Atlanta. Tatum kicks to Brown. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Left side, Brown. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Hawks have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Atlanta's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Lob pass to Capella, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Tatum against Johnson. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Horford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Young against Holiday. Now, here is Young. He's guarded closely. And that one's good. Reza Shea. Reza Shea's got 5 points now in the quarter. Boston trailing. And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Bounce pass from Tatum. Porzingis inside. Capella's there. Porzingis can't hit. The Hawks leading by 3. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Left side, Horford. Pass to Porzingis. Outside, Holiday. Young with the steal. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Now that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Al Horford. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Young with the steal. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. They get it back. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Johnson against Tatum. Brown dishes to Tatum. Pass to Cornett. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Young drives in. Now Rizachet. Pass to Okongwu. Johnson outside. And there's another turnover by Atlanta. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Celtics trail by 3. Holiday looking for an opening. Brown outside. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Young left side. Over Holiday. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And the thing about Young's jumper, it's almost intimidating. And that unlocks so many other options for him.
Brown. And it's sent back by Okongwu. There's Brown with the 3. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Young pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. To the paint. Okongwu kicks to Johnson. Young fires away from outside. A three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 5.
Gotta run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
On the wing, Holiday. And no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks on top. They're up by 5. And Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, great offense in the first half. What made it possible?
I think we're executing pretty well. Moving them around a little bit with some fakes. And guys are just playing aggressive as much as anything. Hopefully we get a few more stops.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
To center court. And get ready for the fan half-court drum line. There. Let's hear it for our contestants.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first two quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Nance. Daniels out there with Trae Young. Then there's Reza Shea, and it's Okongwu in at the 5. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Here's Porzingis. Yes, and the foul. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
First team foul at the line with
That free throw good from Porzingis. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Stan, we talk about this every night so much. And yep, we thought we might see it. The coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Nance Jr.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls,
Play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
fast, that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
A lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Once again, fans, that was Celtics Entertainment.
Free throw, no good. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
A three from Porzingis. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And not really great numbers for him at the line, but really not terrible either. Right around 70%.
What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been, and he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Here's Young, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Jalen Johnson.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Holiday, the pass to White. A new 14 for Boston. Porzingis kicks to Tatum. Tries again. Brown wide open. He fires. Good. And it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 18 points.
Well, this is what Brown was looking for. He just needed the ball, and then instantly his shot was up.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And he's good on the 3-ball. 8 points for Ricochet.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Ricochet looking like a polished shooter already.
Offensive rebound. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Ball. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without foul.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. And he makes both free throws.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. White, wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now, here is Young. Not a lot of room. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's White. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time
Under NBA rules. The officials will
constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brown outside. Pass to Pritchard. 2 end the run. Boston, no good that time either. Atlanta leading by 4. Okongwu, the pass to LeVert. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
Now, here is Young. He's got 27. Count that one. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Tatum kicks to White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Now, Okongwu, he's got 12. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
number 42.
Celtics trail by 6. Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Horford sets a screen for White. They need this one. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 15 here tonight. Young against Tatum. Three-pointer. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Hauser's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Johnson. And it's Matthews in for Trae Young. Pass to Pritchard. Off the run. The rebound by Niang.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
And here's LeVert. He gets it in there. LeVert's got 6.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
The kick out to Brown. This one for 3. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now. Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
Pass to Hauser. Now here's Horford. Capella covering. Here's Hauser. Hasn't made one yet. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Pritchard gets the bucket. And here's Atlanta. They're on a 16-6 run. Capella finds LeVert. Capella sets a screen for LeVert. Pass to Niang. Rizachet with it. Here is Matthews. Just 5 on the clock. Buries it from three-point range. Matthews has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Brown outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, Brown returning the favor. That 3 at the other end didn't sit well with them.
Here's LeVert. Pass to Rizachet. And it's good. 2 points. 10 points for him. Celtics trail by 9. Here's Pritchard. He's got 7. Down low. The kick out to Brown. And they double up Brown. Pass to Horford. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Jaylen Brown proven to be a tough customer.
It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism. But there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. And I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. Atlanta leading by 6. LeVert with it. He has 6. Pass to Rizichet. Back to LeVert. Clock at 6. Now Rizichet. 3 from Matthews. That one doesn't drop. Here's Hauser. Still without a basket. Horford from outside. Trains the three-pointer.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Three-pointer, LeVert hits it from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. It wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Now here's LeVert. 9 points in the game so far. Over in the corner, Matthews. Pass to Rizichet. 11 feet away. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Rizichet's got 12 in the game. Celtics trail by 6. Pritchard passes to Brown. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. And finished off by Brown.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And LeVert, here we go. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
23 seconds left here in the third quarter. At the teardrop. Out to White. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
And so it's Atlanta with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for him. We'll return shortly. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Holiday. They've got Horford. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday. And it's Pritchard in at the 2-guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Driving the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Young dishes to Daniels. Tries the spin move. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. The offensive rebound. Daniels kicks to Young. Going inside. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
Brown against Johnson. Pass to Hauser. Front past the arc. And they'll get another chance. In the corner, Horford with it. The kick out to Holiday. That three off the mark. The Hawks leading by 6. Daniels passes to Niang. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Pritchard. The three. Drills it from outside. Pritchard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
First team foul.
Here's Daniels. Pass to Niang. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Hauser. Brown down low. He's covered by Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. It's tipped. An even 3-on-3 break. On the wing, Johnson. Shot from 12. Back to Daniels. Pass to Young. Into the lane. In the corner, it's Capella. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Niang. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Brown.
To the floor for the Celtics. Number 0, Jason Tatum.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside Tatum. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Pass to Horford. Clock at 4. Drills the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Daniels. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Celtics trail by 6. Outside Tatum. Pass to Hauser. From outside, off the mark. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Drives to the hoop. Johnson surveying the floor. Niang with the ball. And the 3 off target. Capella against Horford. To the left wing. Here's Pritchard. Releases from the wing and drills it. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Jaylen Brown's shot. In for the Celtics. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Karis LeVert comes in for George Niang. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Horford in the post. Johnson on him. Horford, good. The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. Here's Young. From down in the low post, it goes. Young's got 34.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
Tatum finds Brown. The kick out to Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 22 points.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And here's Brown outside. They get it back. Second chance shot. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Pass to Brown. Tries yet again. Out left to the wing. Here's Hauser. And the three ball is good. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Young against Horford. Young inside. An easy 2 points on the layup. Young's got 36.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Tatum outside Horford. Atlanta with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Young. The rebound by the Celtics. Hauser's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Young in the corner. From deep. LeVert the pass to Young. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
3 points.
LeVert's got his 4th assist in this one. Celtics trail by 6. Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Jacks up a 3. LeVert grabs the miss.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
And here's Young. Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. And Young kicks to LeVert. Daniels with it, picked up by Brown. Daniels, no good. The Celtics have gone 7 of 15 for the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. And here's Tatum for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 11 points here in just the second half. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. He's checked in for Daniels. The Hawks leading by 3. Young, right side. A wide open look here for Okongwu. The Hawks again can't hit. The Celtics have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off to tie it up. Rebound by Young. Young's got 4 rebounds now tonight. LeVert kicks to Okongwu. Back to Young. Pass to LeVert. There's the 3. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Brown with it. To the middle. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. And taken away by Brown. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Over Okongwu. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by the Celtics. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Caris LeVert.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Holiday against Young. It's LeVert on the wing. 6 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson has now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Up top, Tatum. Covered by Johnson. Tatum down low. Johnson's there. And the basket by Tatum. Tatum's got one more time up now for the Celtics. Young against Holiday. And Young, here we go. And the shot goes in. Young's got 41.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Brown dishes to Holiday to take the lead. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta is shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. Johnson finds Young. Takes the 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
The defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Young outside. Fires the 3. It's money from deep.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it again. The kick out to Tatum. There's the triple. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Ball's knocked loose to the left side wing. And is out of bounds. It's touched by Young.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And clearly, they're in the driver's seat here, but they still have to get a stop. The main thing is they can't allow that open, quick look from beyond the arc.
8 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Tatum kicks to Holiday. Over Young. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one on Rizashea.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line, Drew Holiday. At the line with 1 shot.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Not sure they have enough time for the catch and shoot here. Only hope is to try for a tip in off the inbound. They've got their work cut out for them on this possession.
Yeah. And the last shot is going to be reviewed. Ruled originally a basket. We'll see if it gets overturned, which would end the game. However,
The previous play is
we'll be heading to overtime.
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And no, the basket is waved off. The game is over.
And how heartbreaking do you think that is? You just nailed a fantastic buzzer beater, and then the rug gets pulled out from under you, and the call gets reversed.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.